Hair gel. Psst, you and me? Come on. We're way too good for this newbie stuff, am I right? Crispy looking, plastic feeling hairstyles, we're way beyond that. But what if I told you that there's actually a couple tips and tricks that involve hair gel that can make your hairstyle look pretty great? This sounds kind of crazy? Stick around. Today's episode is brought to you guys by HelloFresh. It's a service that lets you pick out quality, healthy recipes, and it delivers the ingredients straight to your door. I'm a fan of food, okay? And anything that makes my life more simple in the kitchen gets 2 big thumbs up from this guy over here. So, hair gel. It has a bad name for itself around these BluMaan parts of town. Our community isn't really a big fan of hair gel, and for good reason. I would never use hair gel the way that it's designed because I don't like the kind of results that it gives. You know, hair gel is known for making your hair rock hard, giving off this weird polished look, and feels like plastic. That said, I've got 3 great uses for hair gel that won't stiffen up your hair or make it look or feel gross. It's super cheap and accessible, it goes in super easily, and it washes out super easily. So as our first way to use this stuff, it's actually a pretty decent pre-styler. The biggest benefit that gel has, whether you like gel or not, is how easy it goes into your hair. It glides into your hair super easy with virtually no tug and pull at all. So in that sense, it's great for our sensitive haired friends out there. To do this, take a small amount, emulsify, and apply it into damp hair. After that, simply blow dry like you normally would. And since we're not using a lot as a pre-styler, your final result won't be stiff at all. It'll be super easy to move your hair around and you won't feel it either. It's like nothing's even there. The effect that gel has as a pre-styler is very similar to a hair mousse. If you've ever used a hair mousse before, it'll feel very familiar. It's very lightweight, practically unnoticeable in terms of look and how it feels, but still provides a good amount of volume and you'll get a matte finish, so no shine like gel usually has. And to be honest, to me, it's actually easier to use than a hair mousse. With a hair mousse, you gotta, spray it in your hand, and then the hair mousse gets on the floor, and then you gotta clean that up. With gel, just a quick little rub that in your hair, blow dry, and you're done. But I mean, mousse is pretty fun to use, so I'll give it that. The next way that gel can be useful is after you've finished styling your hair. After you've blow dried and applied your finishing product, you can use gel to help lay down the sides of your hair and flatten out any sections that don't want to listen to what you're trying to get it to do. Since gel is wet when first applied, it works really well to tame those pesky bits of hair and get them to listen, get them to stay put. For me, with my current hairstyle, I use just a tiny dab of gel, rub it with my fingertips, and gently pat down the sides until they're laying flat, or at least more flat than they were before the gel. And I'll use a bit at the back of my head because the back likes to stick up sometimes. Even if it's kind of noticeable when you first apply, just give it like 10 minutes, that'll dry down. As you can see now during my speaking bit, there's no wet bits that you can see, but my hair is dried in a downright position. And we'll get to our third use in a second, but first I gotta give some love to our awesome sponsors today from HelloFresh. Put simply, HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service that allows you to pick out some of your favorite dishes and provides the ingredients in a simple to follow recipe that makes it super easy to throw together some tasty dishes. Even if you're not a great cook, okay, like myself. Personally, I order takeout way too often, and takeout can get really expensive, especially when you're ordering a burrito almost every single day, okay? Trust me. With HelloFresh, you choose your delivery day and every ingredient comes pre-measured and labeled so you know which ingredients go with which dish. As I mentioned earlier, with me being a not so great chef, the fact that I'm given everything I need to put something delicious together has allowed me to experiment with food that normally I would never have even attempted. The recipes take around 30 minutes to put together and your options are varied from classic to veggie options and even a family plan. If you got a lot of people around. My personal favorite dish so far has been the steak dish. I highly recommend trying it out. And if you want to try HelloFresh for yourself, I've got a link down below. You can use the code BluMaan30 for $30 off your first week of tasty food. And now for the third way that you can use a hair gel, you can pretend that it's a hairspray. Think about it, I mean, hairspray is kind of tacky, it's kind of sticky, and it's designed to keep your hairstyle in place all day long. Thing is, I'm not a big fan of hairspray because, similar to the way that gel is meant to be used, I feel like hairspray freezes my hair up. It doesn't feel as nice. It feels kind of stuck. I don't like how it looks that much, so I don't often use hairspray. However, once again with gel, you can take a small amount of product, spread it evenly, and just gently coat the top of your hair and a bit on your fringe area as well. I find that this instantly tames any of the flyaways that I may have had, any bits that are flicking this way or that way. The gel grabs all of these bits and just lays them down flat. And like I keep saying, since we're using such a small amount of gel, it's not going to be noticeable. You don't have any shiny bits, any crispy bits, any plastic looking bits. Nothing like that. I will say that your hair might feel a little bit stickier because of the gel. Still not very much, and to me, less than if you used hairspray. But you might feel a little bit. And when it comes to picking out a gel, if you want to try this, either use one that you've already got in the back of your cupboard, or just use a budget option. There's no such thing as a luxury gel, okay? I picked up this VO5 Mega Hold styling gel. It's a couple of bucks and it does the trick just fine. At the end of the day, it's a cheap way to get some extra beneficial hairstyling results. So if you're interested, it's linked down below.